Hey, so hopefully y'all can see me. I'm John. I'm Liz's husband, who's with Pampered Chef, and I'm here to tell you guys how easy it is to do cleanup. Most of y'all, especially the husbands, are looking at all this stuff that your wife or your significant other is getting and saying, "Why do I want to be washing all that stuff?" Because you know it's going to be you at some point in time. It's going to have to wash all that stuff after your wife or significant other gets done doing their freezer meal workshops, which, by the way, is a good thing for your family. But again, you're stuck having to do all the cleanup because she or her significant other is gonna be like, I just got done making all this wonderful stuff, and it is wonderful, and now it's your turn to do the cleanup, like I do. All right, because all y'all doing those freezer meal workshops, guess who gets to do the cleanup at the other end? This guy. All right. Cool thing about Pampered Chef though, I would say 75% of it is dishwasher safe. So everything that you use from the citrus squeezer or whatever it's called. If I give wrong names to it, that's okay. I don't care. I just call them by what they say. Right? The little measuring cups, even the corn kernel. It's all dishwasher safe, and even things that aren't dishwasher safe or you wouldn't feel comfortable putting in the dishwasher, like say their double grill pan, which by the way we made wings with last night and were awesome. That stuff washes up. I mean, you look at all this crusty stuff, and you know what? It's just like any other nonstick pan. You throw a little degreasing soap on it. It can be anything from your favorite blue stuff to your environment safe, so to speak. And honestly, the rest of this stuff can be hand washed. For instance, you got I did this yesterday, or my wife did this yesterday, and she did her spiralizer, spiralizer. And guess what? It rinsed off real easy. A little hot water, a little soap. Took her, not even a couple of minutes. All right. Some of the cores and peelers, I like to wash them first by hand, which obviously somebody didn't do, before throwing in the dishwasher. Just because you get stuff that's stuck to the inside. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you get stuff that's stuck to the inside, especially like pineapple, apple, and stuff like that, because it tends to stick. And then when it dries on even tougher. So hit that. I would just wash my hand, honestly. But if it's soon enough after you get done using it, throw in the dishwasher. Your rock crock, right? Glass lid, dishwasher.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa, huh? Rock pot itself, you could hit it with some hot water first just to knock out the grease or warm everything up. But honestly, if you're using any type of water in your dishwasher, 90% of the time, even if you're not using the hot cycle, there's still gonna be hot water in there, and the soap's gonna take care of that. Just make sure you put it on the bottom rack. I prefer to use it on the bottom rack. You get a lot more of the power down there, and I like to turn it, if I can, all the way down. People say, well, won't that bug it from the upstairs? No, because a lot of times the water comes up to the center, sprays out to the top. So that's why you want to have a lot of stuff turned the other way around. What else? Your stoneware. All right, now cool little fact about your stoneware. All right, the outsides can be hit with a little bit of hot water and a little bit of soap. All right, say again, a little bit of soap, because you don't want the soap to get on the inside of your stoneware and take off that finish and that seasoning that's been happening while your wife's been using it or your significant other's been using it. Okay, so honestly, hit it with a little soapy water. If I were you, I would use Pampered Chef's awesome cloth wipes or cloth sponges, sponge wipes, whatever you want to call them, and just put a little soap on there, wipe it down, rinse it off, bam, you're done. All right. The lids, for the most part, you really don't have an issue with when it comes to getting crap up in there, unless you had something that really splattered, then you got an issue. The inside of your actual stoneware, this is pretty clean. This is not actually too bad. However, you get stuff like some of the brownie pans, or what's another one? The chicken, especially if you tend to use cheese or any other type of kind of dairy or sauce in there, they can get pretty nasty, especially when it comes to red sauce. Here's the cool thing about that: hot water takes care of that. And you would think, well, won't that take the finish off? No, I mean, really hot water and enough time, maybe, yeah. I mean, it's just like taking the grease out of an iron pan. But hot water, a little bit of elbow grease, and these awesome things. These plastic scrapers. I didn't know what they were used for the longest time. I'm not gonna tell her that. Until one day I was like, huh, maybe this will work. So, kind of cool thing is that it's got 3 different edges on here. Alright, kind of a middle edge, a real wide edge, a sharp point, and then again, you got your tiny edge here. Alright, I didn't realize until a couple months ago that actually those things are meant to fit the edges of the pans. Alright, and so that made my life a whole lot easier. And you know what? The couple of ones that I really don't like are the big wide pans of baking dishes that are about that yay high and they got those handles on the sides. Those things are a pain in my butt. Until I realized this takes it right off. A little hot water, let it soak a little bit, do half at a time. Alright, I was thinking, first couple of times I did it, I put soap in it. That's a big no-no, because that'll take the finish right off, it'll dry out the stone, make it a little more brittle. I'll have to research that actually, I don't know if it makes it more brittle, but definitely tends to dry out the stone and take that finish off. But you know what? It took the stuff right off of it, took the tomato sauce right off of it, took the cheese right off of it. Yeah. Mommy's good baking, huh? And so it made it super easy to clean. One thing I do recommend with your stoneware is as soon as you get done scraping everything off and rinsing it, hit the outsides again with a little bit of soap on one of those pads, rinse it off and wipe it down, put it away right away, because number 1, it's going to clutter up your sink. It doesn't need to. Number 2, I don't know what the recommendation is for leaving things like that to drip dry. Me personally, I would think the water that you pull off right away is more likely to save that seasoning, and if anything, allow that seasoning just to kind of get in there a little deeper without having the water to kind of pull it up. So, your silicone, again, super easy. You got your glass bowls. Those are super easy to rinse off, super easy to wash, and honestly, don't be lazy and just leave them there. Knock them out right away. The easiest thing, you can wipe them down, throw them back into the dishwasher or in the drawer. The silicone bowls, the collapsible ones, they are collapsible, which is kind of cool. I like that. It saves time and space in there. It also makes it easy to just pop one out, and especially if you're using for setup and prep work for any type of vegetable salad, any type of your salad in a jar, any type of your what's the other one? Freezer meal workshops. Easy to clean, and they don't take up a lot of counter space because they're taller and they have a narrow base. Anyway, they can go in the dishwasher. I don't like it putting them in there because I got a lot of other stuff I want to put in there. The glasses and the smaller Tupperware and glass dishes. But they can. Again, super easy to clean. Run a rag through them, rinse them, throw them back in. What else? Knives. Alright, your Pampered Chef knives. Okay, this is where I disagree a little bit. Me personally, these could go in the dishwasher. Could, if you wanted to. However, it's already been proven that it takes the finish off of them. So, do yourself a favor, just hand wash them, wipe them down real quick, and that'll keep the finish, keep the knife lasting longer. Alright. People say, well, I don't have time to do dishes, I don't want to have to take time away from my family, just done, eating, and I don't want to do any of it. Believe me, when I say it's a lot easier to knock all that stuff out right away, immediately after, or during your prep. And that's just something you got to work with, me personally anyway. What else? Covered the cores, we covered silicone, we covered the knives. Oh, some of your specialty tools, like your pruning shears, your chicken scissors, and any of your smaller cutting tools like that. Yes, those can go in the dishwasher as well. My recommendation is as soon as the dishwasher gets done drying and everything like that, take them out, wipe them down, add a little oil to the hinges, in this area here, and in between the blades as well. Make just a little bit, and I'd have to look up exactly to see what the type of oil is to actually use on it. But just hit it with a little bit of that. And honestly, it's not. These things are stainless steel, or a lot of them are stainless steel, and they're not going to rust that easily. Your tongs, same thing. Dishwasher, easy. And honestly, I put them in the top rack because they tend to be a little long for the bottom rack with the rest of the things. Is that so? And that's pretty much it. That's all that Pampered Chef stuff. Like I said, 75% go in the dishwasher. The other 25% is easy to wash. It doesn't need to be washed, just needs to be rinsed. So yeah, just want to put that video out for all those of us who aren't Pampered Chef directors, but we still have to clean up after our Pampered Chefs. All right, don't have to be a perfect chef, just a Pampered Chef.